Hi, I'm Jess, and as part of Unison's online learning week, I am doing a couple of videos for Unison on baking. Simple snacks for picnics or for the children after school or any time really. And today I'm going to teach you how to do basic simple sausage rolls with one sheet of ready rolled puff pastry, which you can get. I got this one in Lidl, you can get it in Aldi, Asda, Sainsbury's, and they cost about £1 to £1.20. So that's your sheet, that's all you're going to need pastry wise. And then we're going to need 8 thick sausages. Again, you can get them from any supermarket, and if you get a supermarket's own brand, they cost about £1.25. For those that are vegetarian or vegan, you can also do this with the vegan pastry. The pastry is vegan, sorry, so you could just get the vegan sausages or the vegetarian sausages. You will need 1 egg already beaten. Mine's already beaten. Just crack 1 egg into a jug and beat it, whisk it, because you're going to need that to coat your sausage rolls. You're going to need a rolling pin and also plain flour or self-raising flour. As you can see, I'm using self-raising flour just to dust your surface when we roll out the puff pastry. Okay, your ovens need to go on now, please, just to warm them up. So you're going to need, if it's an electric oven, it's 220 degrees, 200 degrees fan oven, or gas mark 7 if you have a gas oven. So please put your ovens on now. And also, if you haven't got a non-stick tray, just put some baking paper if you've got any over the top of a big flat tray. You can use other baking tins. This will make 16 sausage rolls, so just please make sure you've got a flat baking tray big enough, or you can line them with 8 and then put another 8 in. So to begin with, we're going to get your flour and I'm just going to use a tablespoon of flour onto my surface. Lightly dust your surface, and then we're going to roll out the pastry sheet. You're also going to need some kitchen scissors if you have some, because we're going to cut the sausages. So you will find that your pastry sheet is wrapped up in baking paper, but please don't use this paper that the pastry is wrapped in to bake your sausage rolls in, because it's not thick enough. It's only a very thin sheet, it just binds this pastry together. So just gently roll out your pastry sheet, and it was wrapped in. Don't worry if it's got a few cracks in it, there will be. Your egg wash will bind it together. So your rolled out pastry sheet should look like this. We're then going to flip it over onto the floured surface and take the paper off. Then you need to get a sharp knife. Bring out my sharp knife. And you need to cut lengthways. You need to cut your pastry sheet in half. So you didn't really need to roll it out if it's as square as mine. But just cut it in half, straight down the middle. Doesn't even have to be a straight line. You don't have to worry about getting rulers out or anything like this. It doesn't have to be a straight line. Okay? So you've got 2 halves of your pastry sheet. I'm just going to pop mine now in the sink. For those pastries, if your puff pastry is a little bit thick, then you can use your rolling pin to roll it out if you need to. But to be honest, looking at this, it doesn't really need it. You just need the floury surface. Okay, keep your flour underneath because that will help you. So if you just pop them to one side, a bit of flour underneath it just to hold it. Then we need to get your sausages. And what you need to do is cut the ends off, or open the ends like so, and then you just push them out into a line. So then what you're going to do is form a line in the middle of both pastry halves. Okay, so take it right up to the end. So just basically making a big sausage line. Just cut the ends off your sausage. Some of them are already open. For those of you using the vegan, vegetarian sausage, you can do the same. If it does get a bit messy, you can just get your scissors and cut it. Using sausages is cheaper than going to the supermarket and buying a whole pack of sausage meat. Just works out cheaper. It may seem like a little bit of a faff to do this, but you're saving on average about £2–3 because sausage meat ready done is expensive to buy. And once you've baked these, they can be eaten straight away. Obviously when they're cooled down, don't eat them too warm. So we're already on number 4. And just keep opening the sausages and adding them. So as you can see, that was my first roll done. Bind it all together and pick this pastry up and put it under here. Just add a little bit more of the flour underneath so it doesn't go anywhere. Your oven should be warming up nicely as well now. So if you have an electric oven, it should be on 220. Fan oven should be on 200 degrees, and if it's a gas oven, it should be on gas mark 7. Please make sure you preheat your ovens before doing this. So again, this will make 16 sausage rolls, or 8 if you want massive ones, or 4 if you're doing them the size of Greg's or birds. These are dead easy to do on your own, with the children, with the grandchildren. It is a little bit of a messy one, but as we all know, children love getting messy. So I'm just going to cut this open. And put the last one in. Should on average take you about 15 minutes to prepare these. Doesn't take long, and then it's a 20-minute bake. So in less than an hour you can have some homemade sausage rolls. These are just the basic sausage rolls, just using sausage meat. You can with the other ones use seasonings. Right, now for now, just going to wash my hands, ready to do the pastry. So as you can see, mine are all ready to go. I'm going to pop that in there out of the way and sort that out shortly. So mine are all ready to go. So you should have 1 egg beaten into a jug and a pastry brush. If you haven't got a pastry brush, you can use a teaspoon or a fork, because what we're going to do is fold and pinch together. We're going to put the egg along one side, then fold them over so that we can secure them together. Okay, so if you have your beaten egg, your pastry brush, and just put down one side, you get egg wash, and that is just going to hold it together. Do it on that one as well. Don't worry about the flour underneath, because we're going to egg wash the tops of them as well. Okay, you can get your pastry at either end and fold it over and secure, and then just pinch and keep pinching along the sides of the pastry roll, like so. Okay, as you can see, I've pinched it. You can flatten the sausages a little bit if you want to. I'm going to pinch all that. Okay, so that's that one done. I'm going to do this one. So again, if you want to flatten the sausage meat a little bit, take either end, fold it over and pinch. And because you've egg washed it, it will bind it together. Okay. Just fold it over a little bit if you need to. If you've got excess pastry on the end, you can cut it off. I am going to cut mine off. Just a little bit of excess pastry on the end there. I'm just going to cut that off. So you can see the sausage meat poking out a little bit of either end. Okay. So what you need to do now is cut into 8 equal pieces on each roll. Okay, you can brush any excess flour off. That's absolutely fine. It's just so when you've got a sheet of rolled pastry that you bought from the supermarket and you get it out of the fridge, it tends to go a bit sticky because it's getting to room temperature. So that's why you need the flour underneath to help you also roll it out. Okay, so you're going to cut it into 8 equal pieces. Mine probably won't be equal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there you can see I have 8 and then a bit of an extra long one there going on. Sausage rolls. And do the same again. I managed to get 9 out of this one. Not sure how I've done that, but hey ho. We've got 9, that's a bonus. I think this one's a baby one on the end. Okay, so now what you need to do with the same knife is make 2 slashes in each one on the top, like so. As you can see, I'm stabbing them. Well, I shouldn't say that word really. It says slash, but I don't like the word slash. I prefer mark. If you've got ones that are a little bit longer, I would just put 3 marks in them. This is so that the air can they can air in the oven and they can cook. The sausage meat will cook inside. Okay, so you've done that one. I've done 3 marks. So when you get a sausage roll from Greggs or Birds, you'll see that it'll have several marks in it. Okay. So what you need to do now, get your baking tray. I have stuck baking paper on mine, just because that's what I do. You don't have to. There is excess pastry, so if you want to get a little knife and cut it off, you can. Because not everybody wants a little bit of excess pastry. Because it's bound together, it doesn't matter. But these are really perfect snack size sausage rolls. I'm just cutting a little bit of excess pastry off. Some of you might want to keep it on there, but I'm not going to. So what I'm doing now is placing them on the baking tray. And then when they're on the tray, we're going to egg wash them again. bind together. These are absolutely ideal for a picnic or a trip, if you're going on a trip, for those of you with children or grandchildren. You can make them the day before. I would probably say 2 days lifespan with these. Okay, so I'm just going to move all that out of the way on my surface. And then get the egg wash and brush each one with your egg wash. I'm going to hold it on my hand. So that they are ready to go. You don't have to do the underneath, you can if you want to. It's entirely up to you. As long as the tops and the sides are covered. So, for those of you that have done every single one equal, you should have 16. But like me, for some reason I've got 17. And just carry on egg washing. So they're all done. And then when they're baking, they should go a nice golden colour. Here's an idea to hold them while you're egg washing them, because to do a mind of their own. Okay, so they're all done, as you can see. I'm going to pop them in the oven now for 20 minutes. I would set a timer for 15 because they're only small, they're not huge. So I would set a timer for 15 minutes, check on them, and then if they're not quite done, go back for another 5 minutes in the oven. No more than a 20-minute bake though. So when mine are done, I will be back to show you what mine look like. Hi everybody, and welcome back. My sausage rolls are done. They did take 20 minutes, and as you can see, some are lovely. They should all be lovely and golden. They're extremely hot, so I wouldn't recommend trying one now. But as you can see, the egg wash has made them golden on the top. If they haven't got a golden colour, after 20 minutes, I would just pop them back in for 2 minutes. I know I said no longer than 20 minutes, but sometimes, depending on the pastry, it takes a little bit longer to cook. But yeah, this is what they look like. And you now have 16, or in my case 17, mini sausage rolls. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you to Unison for asking me to be a part of their online learning week, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.